Among other things, this killing caused a fragmentation in the gang leadership and prompted attempts by other gangs to assume the operations of the particular gang to which he belonged and led. An alliance as well between conventional street gangs and persons hired by them to carry out violent crimes on their behalf. In
Vegas and Caledonia's Cipriani Avenue residents are allegedly warring among themselves over a portion of money that went missing. Residents in the area are very fearful as to what is going on. Police confirmed to CNC3 News that the murders are all gang-related.
Another bloody night has plagued the Port of Spain division with 3 murders and a spate of shootings in the Laventille area. Reports are that in St. Barb's around 9:30 on Wednesday evening, Dexter Polskin Joseph, an alleged leader of the St. Barb's arm of Rasta City Gang, was
The Twin
killed.
Island nation of Trinidad and Tobago, known for its vibrant culture and lush landscapes, harbors a darker side shaped by the presence and activities of organized criminal gangs. Over the years, the country has witnessed the rise of several notorious gangsters who have left indelible marks on its social fabric. These individuals, through their complex networks and often violent actions, have not only contributed to the criminal underworld, but have also impacted the communities in which they operated. This exploration delves into the lives of 5 such gangsters, shedding light on their criminal endeavors, their rise to notoriety, and the legacies they left behind. The history of gangs and violence in Trinidad and Tobago is marked by a complex and evolving landscape. Recent analysis suggests that gang violence in the nation is on the rise due to several factors. One of the primary reasons is the splintering of gangs, which often leads to more aggressive tactics as smaller factions vie for control. This fragmentation was highlighted following the killing of a prominent gang leader, which had significant repercussions in the criminal underworld and led to an increase in violence. Gangs in Trinidad and Tobago have become deeply entrenched in certain communities, especially in urban areas like Port of Spain and Laventille. They have a significant impact not just through criminal activities, but also by positioning themselves as community leaders, providing a perverse form of governance. With over 100 gangs reported, these groups have a wide-reaching influence that extends to public works contracts, further entrenching their presence in society. Some gangs are known to enforce their own version of justice within communities, dealing with members and others through violence. This landscape is further complicated by the gangs' increasing access to firearms, with illegal weapons contributing to the rise in violent crimes. The Strategic Services Agency, SSA, has identified both the United States and Venezuela as sources for these smuggled firearms, and corruption within customs and the police force has been implicated in the continued circulation of these weapons among criminals. Efforts to combat gang violence, including legislative measures like the Anti-Gang Act of 2011, have faced challenges due to the difficulty in defining and prosecuting gang-related activities. Moreover, a lack of confidence in the police force among the youth, reported to be as low as 14.3%, underscores the complex relationship between law enforcement and communities affected by gang violence.
The brother of Selwyn Robocop Alexis, Selwyn Alexis, was killed near a police 24-hour static guard duty post in central Trinidad this evening. CNews understands around 6 o'clock, Selwyn, said to be in his 40s, was at John Street Enterprise when shots were fired. He died on the spot. And
this is the scene where Selwyn Robocop Alexis and 2 others were killed on Sunday. Now residents are saying that there could be another person who is involved, the one who actually pulled the trigger that killed Hamza Sharp, provided that this CC camera can provide the footage. Residents say since Sunday, 11 people have been detained for the triple murder. They claim some in their community have also been detained, but wrongfully. They question the reports of the circumstances surrounding Sunday's shootings. Keeping the peace, scores of police were posted at the Enterprise Masjid, where family and friends gathered to pay their final respects to Selwyn Robocop Alexis. This is the enterprise community that was said to be bracing for reprisals following the slaying of Robocop on Sunday. Known in the area as a businessman and a community leader, Robocop had numerous run-ins with the law, having been arrested and charged on several occasions with kidnapping and robbery, but was never convicted. Sad and in shock, Sharp's relatives said they attempted to make him change his life.
No, I was shocked. I was sad too because I was to talk to him too. You know, I know he's a person who like advantage, right? So I used to talk to him and all too. But he's my brother. I mean, the most he could do is talk to him.
Knowing the way how I know him, I wasn't expecting this. Right? But as I say, I just always pray for him. Right? And what I can say, may God make peace. Right? And the 2 little children that he leave behind, I'll always be there.
His widow, Bernadette Alexis, says his loss will leave single mothers and other vulnerable persons in the community at the mercy of criminals.
They want to rob poor single mothers. So now that he is not here, the community, the media, the police will understand now, because they will go and rob single mothers and poor people. That is what they're going to do.
Robocop Alexis was a well-known figure in Trinidad and Tobago, often associated with significant criminal activities. Despite numerous arrests for various crimes including kidnapping, armed robbery, extortion, and perverting the course of justice, charges against him never led to convictions. His life came to a violent end on July 17, 2016, during a shootout at a car wash he owned in central Trinidad. During this incident, Alexis reportedly killed one of the assailants before he succumbed to his injuries, and an unrelated customer also lost their life in the gunfire. A 5-year-old boy was injured in the incident as well. Alexis's death sparked concerns about potential turf wars between rival gangs in the area. The aftermath of Alexis's death has seen continued violence within his family. For example, Kerwin Alexis, one of his sons, was critically injured in an alleged shootout with police in October 2023. The police stopped the car he was in, and upon seeing a weapon, returned fire, resulting in Kerwin being shot multiple times. This incident is part of a pattern of violence affecting the Alexis family, including the deaths of 2 other sons and the brother of Selwyn Robocop Alexis in separate incidents. Dole Chadee, born Nankisoon Boudram, was a notorious figure in Trinidad and Tobago, known for his extensive involvement in drug trafficking and organized crime. Despite his reputation as one of the Caribbean's top drug lords, he was never convicted of drug-related offenses. His criminal activities culminated in his conviction for the murders of Dio, Rookmin, Hamilton, and Monica Babulul in Paparo, alongside 8 members of his gang. Chadee and his associates were executed over a 4-day period in Port of Spain in 1999. Chadee's life and criminal empire were marked by significant violence and connections with high-level authorities in Trinidad and Tobago. He was considered a pioneer of the country's away from Colombia, using his power and connections to build a formidable criminal empire. His influence was so extensive that a 1987 report linked him with top officials, including the then chief of police. However, it was his involvement in murder, not drug trafficking, that ultimately led to his execution. The execution of Chadee and his gang members was a pivotal moment in Trinidad and Tobago's history, reflecting the public's weariness of rampant drug violence and the desire for justice. Chadee's execution, along with the subsequent hangings of his gang members, marked a significant crackdown on organized crime in the region. Although it did not completely deter future criminal activities, Mark Guerra, known as a high-ranking official of the Jamaat al-Muslimin, was gunned down in 2005. His death was speculated to have been caused by his involvement in questionable transactions, among other theories. Guerra was known for his significant influence in Laventille and Morvant and had a reputation that instilled fear in many. David Buffy Millard, also known as Mustafa Abdullah Muhammad, faced serious criminal charges including murder and conspiracy to murder. In July 2006, he was charged with the murder of Gilla Bowen that occurred in 2003, and he was also implicated in a conspiracy to murder 2 expelled members of the Jamaat alongside Yassin Abi Bakr and others. The conspiracy was alleged to have occurred on the same day as Bowen's murder. Millard's case faced challenges in court, as highlighted by the absence of witnesses and the overlapping issues with another trial involving Yassin Abi Bakr. The complexity of the case and its connection to significant figures in the Jamaat al-Muslimin added layers of difficulty to the legal proceedings. Kerwin Phillip was a known figure within the gang landscape of Trinidad and Tobago, with ties to criminal activities before his death. Phillip, at the age of 34, had a history of legal troubles, including charges related to armed robbery and possession of arms and ammunition. His involvement with gangs, particularly the G Unit, marked him as a significant figure in the local criminal underworld. Reports suggest that his death was a professional hit, speculated to have been ordered by a leader of a rival gang based in San Juan. This event stirred concerns of potential reprisal killings, highlighting the volatile gang dynamics within the region. Phillip's death not only underscored the dangerous life associated with gang leadership, but also hinted at the complex interplay of power, loyalty, and violence that characterizes the gang culture in Trinidad and Tobago. The stories of these 5 gangsters from Trinidad and Tobago underscore the multifaceted nature of gang violence and organized crime in the Caribbean. From Dole Chadee's extensive drug empire to the violent end of Selwyn Robocop Alexis, each narrative reveals the deep-seated issues that fuel such criminal activities, including socio-economic disparities, corruption, and the proliferation of illegal firearms. While their legacies are marked by violence and fear, they also serve as a stark reminder of the ongoing challenges faced by Trinidad and Tobago in curbing gang-related violence and fostering a safer environment for its citizens. As the nation continues to grapple with these issues, the stories of these gangsters remain a cautionary tale of the paths that lead to destruction and the urgent need for systemic changes to address the root causes of crime and violence.